All right, right on, folks. John Crane here in the shop, and today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on these heat shrink solder connectors. All right, this is what we're talking about, folks. We got a piece of heat shrink. We got some solder in the middle. It's a ring of solder. And we got two adhesive seals that when they heat up, that seals onto the wire. We're going to make this a quick, short tutorial because I know you got a wire that you got to put together, and we're going to get it done for you right here. All right, it comes in this kit right here. There's all different sizes for whatever wire size that you are using. It's got some little instructions here. Yes, it does say to twist the wire in the middle, and let me show you what we're talking about. First things first, right? You got your wire stripper. We're stripping off about a ½ inch on either wire. So right here, now a lot of people are going to tell you to fan these out and push these together. That is not the path that I take. I take these two, I fold them over, and we put a twist. Just like this. Twist those two together. Let's take a look. Yeah, just like this. Any of these little prickers that are sticking up, you want to roll those down, make that nice and smooth. Now, when they fan out, if you fan the two out and you put them together, boy, you get all these little sticky things sticking up all over the place. And when you heat up the heat shrink tubing, that pokes right through, and you got, live conductor coming out. You got to put more tape or heat shrink over the top. Okay, so now we slide our heat shrink right over, just like that. And see, we got our seal is over our insulation on both sides. We got our solder right in the middle above our connection. All right, we got the Wagner heat gun. This gets up to about 1,000 degrees on the high setting. Okay, this heat gun right at the tip is about 1,000 degrees, but you can always pull this away from the tip. But now we're just gonna put this right over our heat. We'll let that heat shrink on to our insulation, and now we'll hold this right here in the middle. Watch that solder. It's just going to melt right into the wire. You can give this a little rotate. You see the solder is starting to flow. See that? Okay, so I want to show you in real time how long this actually takes. I'm not going to put this into fast forward. It actually does go pretty quick. If you feel like it's getting too hot, you just raise it up higher above the heat gun where it's a little bit cooler. You don't want to burn it, but you want to get a good flow of solder going throughout those wires, and you get a nice connection. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's take a closer look. You see we got the nice seal on both sides. That solder has flowed all through the copper conductors, and that is a nice strong joint. That's what you want to see when you do this. For a little added protection, I take some more heat shrink and I slide it over the top. I like to go the extra mile, and then I shrink this right over the top of the whole thing. Okay, another type of heat gun you can use is this right here, this Leister. Now this is good because it has this real small nozzle on the tip, so that's great for putting the heat into a concentrated area. All right, that is getting a really nice solder connection with the Leister heat gun. Nice concentrated heat right at the center. It's not melting away the insulation on the rest of the wire. This is a nice heat gun to do it with, although this is pretty expensive. Look for one of these used I did buy one of these because this was nice and small and it had this, but this does not get hot enough. It does, but it takes about 10 minutes to melt one of those solder connectors. It is nice to have this little shield, and you can get those shields to put on the Wagner that loop around the end of the wire. That's good when you're working on like your car down in the engine compartment. You want to hook it around the wire, heat the back side of the wire. That is a good way to go. The brand name on these guys, Kuject. I'll put a link in the description. Also, a good tip is to buy this right here. This heat shrink tubing has adhesive on the inside as well. That's the only kind I buy now that seals to the wire. Good stuff. All right, there you go, folks. The solder heat shrink. This video is just all about making it quick and easy. Sometimes you're searching the internet, YouTube. You want to find out something real fast. You want to get the job done, like on your car or something. So that is the goal of this video. John Crane's quick tips. All right. I hope you guys are doing great, and I'll see you all soon. But I will give you a quick look at the inspector. What are you doing? You snoozing over here? What's going on? All right, right on.